Pedophile, a person who is sexually attracted to children. If one of your friends privately told you that they were a pedophile, how would you react? Would you insult and demean them? Would you call some sort of services and make a report about them? Would you freeze in place and have absolutely no idea what to do? Alright, you clicked on this video because it's a crazy title, especially with everything happening online today. And so I'll just say it right now, so this is very clear. I do not defend pedophilic actions. Grooming, bad. Chatting sexually with a kid when you're an adult, bad. Child porn, bad. Rape, bad. What I am trying to say is that we need to have a better understanding that these people are in a shitty situation. That whether they like it, or more likely not, they are going to be aroused by children. Alright, what's your point? We usually don't even know if someone's a pedophile unless they actually do something bad. And that's a fair point. But maybe that's the problem. We only know someone's a pedophile if they do something wrong. There's actually a term for pedophiles that have never acted on their desires, called non-offending pedophiles, and Vice made a video about it a couple years ago. From this video and another video I'll link in the description, there's a lot that can be taken away from pedophilia in general. Being a pedophile is a sexual orientation. The science of today shows that being a pedophile, just like being gay, is something you're born with and is not learned throughout life.
Are pedophiles born or made?
Interestingly, the science in general says that pedophiles appear to be born, not made. The stuff that we've seen that are different in pedophiles in their brain functioning is all stuff that doesn't happen during the course of life.
When a 25-year-old has sexual desires for a 9-year-old, that was ingrained in him from birth.
Are you saying that for the pedophile, their attraction to children is natural?
They experience it as natural. They did not pick it. They come to realize it over the course of life.
Many pedophiles know that pedophilia is wrong. Believe it or not, just because someone is a pedophile doesn't mean that they like pedophiles. If they hear a story about a kid being taken advantage of by an adult, they're gonna be mad.
I wish people understood that, we generally don't like the fact that there are pedophiles either. Like, we didn't ask for this. It's something that a lot of people will be more comfortable ignoring, but when it's you, it's not really an option to ignore it.
Admitting to pedophilic desires leads to bad outcomes or possibly deadly outcomes. If a pedophile tells a close friend how they're feeling, the friend's probably either gonna walk away and not be their friend anymore, and so the pedophile just lost a lifelong friend, or that friend could start telling the whole community what you just told him, and then that community could set up possibly deadly situations for you. Imagine if that friend told like the old school, not involved with his children, boomer, old guy of the town who's like, I'll take this into my own hands. Does this sound like a familiar story? You feel like you've heard about this from anywhere? No? Okay, we'll get to it later. Getting help is impossible in the US. Even when a pedophile understands that the way they feel is wrong and they want help to fix the way they're feeling and to fix the thoughts that they have, there are very few people or organizations they can go to find support. Now, you may or may not have picked up on this similar story I've been hinting at throughout the video, but doesn't this sound a lot like what gay people went through in all but the last 50 years? In Western countries, that is. If you go to Saudi Arabia today, or anywhere in the world 200 years in the past, telling a friend that you were gay could lead you to losing a friend because you'd be viewed as disgusting or unclean, or worse, they could tell the community and you could be in a possible stoning situation. Now I'll say right here, they're not exactly the same situation. Very few people are going to argue that relations between children and adults are fine, but many people will argue that relations between the same gender are fine. But that's why amid all this influencer being weird with children happening online, I think it's a great time for us to start rethinking on how we deal with pedophiles in society. Instead of focusing on destroying pedophiles after they've acted on their desires, which should still happen, more should be focused on prevention. These people did not choose to be who they are, and so it is morally wrong for us not to give them the help that they need in order to be integrated into society. Alright, I have a couple questions before I agree with you. Sure, rattle them off, man. What exactly can pedophiles be helped with? Well, from my research, it seems like the limited therapies that exist for pedophiles try to accomplish a couple things. Curing is impossible. Just like how conversion therapy tries to turn people straight, it's impossible. Instead, they try to use self-awareness techniques that makes the person more aware that these feelings you feel towards the child is not reciprocated, or pairing these desires with something bad.
Is there something you tell yourself when you see a young girl that you're attracted to?
In therapy, I learned some strategies to make myself realize what I'm feeling is very different from what the girl is feeling. I've arrived in my development at the point where I feel mostly completely normal about kids like other people would. I obviously still have the attraction, but it's on the background.
Does this mean that people that have known pedophilic desires should be allowed to work in majority kid areas, like as a teacher or a camp counselor? Yes, and that's uncomfortable for me too. The reasoning is that restricting someone based on something that they might do and might have a desire to do, but not actually doing it, is wrong and tyrannical.
Do you think you deserve the same rights as adults who are attracted to adults?
If you exclude having sex with kids, yes.
So you should be able to live where you want to live and work where you want to work, even if it's at a preschool or elementary school?
Basically, yes. Because everything else would constitute something like thought control.
However, I think there is an argument to be made that parents should be made aware when someone on campus has pedophilic desires. Are you a pedophile? No. I saw that pedophilia was pretty popular on the YouTube page, and my brain went, oh yeah, how can I get a whole bunch of views about these instead of just creating the next Eva Chris Tyson video? And so I thought about a way that I could create a nuanced take on pedophilia. And I'm actually pretty proud with how this video came along, because I think this is actually something that I wholeheartedly stand by. And so I'm still able to cash in on this, trend. Definitely not a trend you want. Before you guys leave, make sure to subscribe, as I'm a small channel and I can take all the help I can get. Don't forget to support pedophiles who haven't acted, support the gays, and think better. I'll catch you over in this video right here.